how to handle the stress of owning restaurants. I got a question from Sarah asking me this question, and especially as we've added multiple locations in the last quarter. We have 6 restaurants now, and let me tell you, it is very stressful. There are many different sources of stress in the restaurant business. Whether you have 1, you have 2, you have 5, you have 20, it doesn't matter. The stress will not go away. You and I learn to carry the burden and expand our capacity of what we can handle. I'm going to go over 5 different sources of stress in the restaurant business and how I am dealing and coping with those. The first one is money. Money matters a lot. Again, obviously, this is not, nonprofit. This is not a charity. We have vendors. We have, all kinds of people we need to pay, our staff, the rent, the bills, equipment breaks all the time. So this gets to be very stressful. We're just opened 3 restaurants this quarter, and sales is not where it needs to be because it doesn't get to profits within a week. It takes a few weeks. It takes maybe a few months. My goal is within 90 days, and it's hard because we are losing money out of those stores, a few $1,000s every single week, every single month. It is like I'm feeling my body aching even just talking about it, because it's really hard and you have no guarantee if it's going to work, if it's not going to work. So let's talk about it. How we handle money stress in this business is that you're going to focus on what you can control. This for everything. You're going to focus on what you can't control. I don't know if sales is going to be this or that, but I can focus on growing sales. And by that, I mean laser focused. My objective is grow our sales. This is about making dough. Obviously the name of the show, nonetheless. But this is my role in the company, growing our restaurant sales. This is what I do when I go to bed, when I get up I am thinking about it all the time. How am I going to go? Should I do this? Should we do this? Let's try this. Let's try this. Growing sales. So if you're not happy with where sales is at your restaurant for whatever reason and it's causing you stress, the way you handle it is by growing your sales. Know your numbers. You got to cut costs obsessively every single day. How are we going to cut labor? Look at your numbers. How are we going to cut costs? Should we order this? Should we less of that? Portion control. Lowering costs, growing sales. That is going to help you with the money stress. So next time you get stressed about, where the money is going, in terms of the stress of not having enough money and or all of that, you need to ask yourself, as soon as you feel the stress, you're going to say, how am I going to grow my sales? How am I going to cut costs? Those are the 2 questions that you need to be asking yourself every single day as a restaurant owner. Obviously, the next source of stress in our business is the staff. Not enough staff, not available when we need them, not enough drivers. They're not making enough money. There's no call, no shows all the time. This is an example I use. People, especially when people don't show up to the shift. Imagine you have 3 Humvees, they're in Iraq and they go on a mission to do something. And sadly, there is some bomb and you're going to lose half of the soldiers that they were supposed to go on this mission. And you're on the way, middle of the way to Baghdad to finish that mission. You got to go finish the mission. It doesn't matter. You may have lost half of your team. You cannot be sitting around mourning it. The mission has got to continue and you need to live through it to go out there and get it done and come back. So if it's a Friday night, you don't have the staff, stop stressing. Focus at the task at hand. Make the food in front of you ASAP. Watch your language. Watch your attitude. Instead of being stressed and yelling and being mad, leave that to later on. In the meantime, serve your customers. Be sure to be grateful to the staff that you do have that showed up to the shift. So don't be making their life easier, bashing or cussing. There's no place for that. Stay focused, finish the mission, finish the shift strong, the best you can, with gratitude to the customers and gratitude to the staff. You don't have enough staff. Stop stressing over it. Get more staff. What else can we do to get more staff? Maybe we should do this. Always you need to have strategies of getting more staff. Maybe we need to be posting it on Facebook groups. Maybe I need to do blah, blah, blah. Maybe I could go to the high school down the road and post some things. Maybe I should go to the local church and talk to the youth group pastor and what have you. You need more staff, go get more staff. Everybody has the same problems. You're just sitting around stressing over it. You're not going to be solving that problem, and you know it. Kill the drama. There's staff drama all the time. Do not engage in it. Bring people focus to why we are here, and that is to serve customers and make some dough. The third source of stress is the government and what you don't know. So, for example, a few weeks ago, we had somebody from the government, Texas Workforce, come and give us a fine because we didn't know that, like we had a staff member who was 17 years old, whose parents own a bakery and they work with a huge mixer, and she had always done it. And she was, when we make dough, obviously we use the big mixer in the pizza business that we're in. And we didn't know that she was using it during the shift because we usually are not there in the mornings. And the manager was unaware and what have you. And the government person asked questions and gave us a fine for $1,000. Well, I'm like, what do you, $1,000? Who gets this money? The staff member loses, we lose, the government wins. Well, I didn't know about that. Did you send me we didn't know, obviously. And that's part of the things with government. You don't know what you don't know. So focus on what you do know. Acquire intelligence. Okay, now we know. Experience and learning anything in life is very expensive. My husband and I were talking. Education is expensive. So that costs us $1,000, which for nothing, to give it to the government, who's not even the gentleman who's asking us. That money doesn't directly go to his pocket, though it does a percentage of it, obviously, our taxes and garbage. But I had to pay $1,000 to learn to enforce that policy, to make sure. I can't say, I don't know. I need to know. I'm the business owner. We need to know what's going on. It's our fault. So if government is a source of your stress, stay objective. It is what it is. It's affecting everybody. And learn the best you can. Be reading, go into their website, ask questions so we can avoid fines from the government. Another source of stress in our beautiful and wonderful industry is customers. You get some bad customers, move on. I hear our managers talk about a bad customer we had last week, that she did this, she said that, then she did this, and we talk and laugh and what happened or whatever. They sit around and talk about only bad customers. Let me tell you, we process thousands of tickets. We have thousands of great customers. If you get a bad review, move on, get new customers, grow that sales, stop allowing other people slow down your growth. You cannot afford that. You're in the restaurant industry. You cannot handle the drama. That is not allowed. It's uninvited. Close that door, get them out, get new customers, get more reviews. If you get a bad review, if a customer is unhappy with their food, you remade it for them and they're still unhappy, move on. Give them a refund and bless them and send them out. $20 is not worth your stress going to bed stressed over stuff. Let it go. Get the $20, add that customer to your do not serve list, and don't serve them. If they're not a good fit, then moving forward, don't serve them. But it's not worth the stress. Get new customers, grow that sales. The last source of stress in this wonderful restaurant industry is that you may not have a life for a period of time. And if that's where you are, we've all been there. I'm at home right now recording this video for you. Restaurants are open and I don't need to be there. But let me tell you, for years, we worked 120 hours a week. This is where we all start. Don't settle for that lifestyle. There is a better way. You need systems. You need better people. You need in positions of leadership to be able to lead the ship. So you don't need to be there all the time so you can have a life. So if you're finding yourself in that zone where you're exhausted, you cannot take a week off, you are getting texts all day, all hours of the night, feel the stress, know that there is a better way, write down your frustrations, tackle your frustrations one at a time. Again, laser focused. Do not allow the stress to win over you. When we go through, as a restaurant owners, the first year, very stressful. If you have one location, it's very stressful. You need more sales and you need more customers, because once you have sales, everything else will work itself out. You have sales, you can pay people better. You can hire people who have already been trained, say from another corporation. Maybe in the taco business, you can hire a GM from Taco Bell. But you need to be able to afford to pay for those players that have already been trained by another corporation. So you need sales. So that will be the first one. Stay focused. Do not let stress slow you down. Take it for a day, let it go. Focus on what you can control, especially your sales. There you have it, folks. This is how to handle stress in the restaurant business that is not going anywhere. Of course, the stress, But I would love to hear how you handle stress in your restaurant operations as a business owner. How do you handle stress and how you tackle it? Comment below and let us all know. We would love to hear it. If you've not subscribed to the show, be sure to do so you don't miss any future episodes. And with that, let's get back to work and make some dough. Thank you. Bye-bye.